Good evening. I'm out here. I had 13 yards this morning and then it started raining, so I went home, took a nap, and then I come out here on a job where this old mower comes in handy. You wouldn't want to put your regular mower on half of the stuff that you do, or half the stuff that I'm doing. So this here is all easy. But what this guy's got going on back here is he never picked up nothing. Now he's to the point where he can't pick up anything. So he's getting rid of everything, but he can't pick up anymore. So he couldn't get to his air compressor. But look, a lot of this stuff is self-imposed. He's got tires down in here on one side, and he leaves this old headboard that could be easily gotten rid of. And then, tires all over the place. So anybody, and he just calls for people to come cut. I cut for him before years ago until I got into some of the BS, and he told me that, oh, it's all just weeds and stuff. You can knock this down. And then I was trying to do it with my regular mower. So you can imagine how annoyed I got when I got back in here and got in on top of some steel, because then that put me out of business on regular lawns. But I got back in here so deep with the old mower today that I was covered up with vines, and he wanted to get to this compressor, which I understand he needs to be able to access it. But I ended up knocking the belt off and stuff, so I got to fix that. But that's just wanted to point out one of the reasons you might want to hold on to an old mower. That machine probably had maybe a market value of maybe $600 at best, in the condition it was in. And so far I've found at least that much work that I was able to take on because I had it and because I wasn't afraid to damage it, and that I can't risk a mower that I use for my daily operation. So anyway, that's where that old mower comes in. And if nothing else, it would be a backup for a guy. So I don't believe in getting rid of old mowers unless you just don't have room. All right, I'm gonna get back to work. Have a good one. Okay, I napped a little too long this afternoon. I'm not gonna be able to make it out to another one I was supposed to do. But it sure is nice this time of day in the evening. It's like almost 8 o'clock. There's no traffic and it's a lot cooler. Normally though, I'm done and in the house and doing maintenance and stuff on the mowers by 2 or 3 in the afternoon. But I may start doing a second shift type thing where I, do maintenance and maybe clean up a little bit and then come out for the evening to do a couple mows. But I'll have to get out a lot earlier than what I did today. So we'll see. It depends on the weather. Well, part of the reason I had to come home today was because it started raining. So, but there is one out here. If I had enough daylight, I would love to go do it with the old junker mower. It's a bank repo down on the lake. That building that was all dilapidated. Morning. It's 8:15. I'm just finishing up my 6 yard. The other 5 were quarter acre. This one's a half acre. But I gotta probably get them to pay me to haul all that off, because I have the burn pit now. And basically this one was a lot of trees and stuff. And then they also had a lot of weeds growing up real thick around the skirting on the mobile home, because it hadn't been done for a while. But that's tough to do because the weeds, when they're thick and tough like that, are as strong as the vinyl after it ages in. And so if you're swinging string fast enough to cut the weed, you're also doing it to the point where it'll cut through the vinyl and ruin the skirting. All right, I'm heading on to some more lawns. Catch you later. So just finishing up here, yard number 7, I guess. And it's 8:50. So I left out of that other one, yard number 6, at 8:15. So I was able to do 5 quarter-acre houses and 1 half-acre between 6:30 and this thing's rough. It's falling down. And then people keep breaking in. I've had to board it up like I don't know how many times. Hell, the whole roof's caving in there now. But so then I got the first 6 done between 6:30 and 8:15. But then this one, even though I only mowed around the building, and here I am at 8:50. So the time that it takes to drive, this one was 10 miles out. So 10 miles, and then to cut it, it threw me off where now I'm behind. So set 8:50 in the morning, and I'm behind schedule because this is only my 7th yard. And I didn't even mow the field. The bank doesn't want the field mowed every time. There's another 2 acres up there that could be mowed, but I didn't want to do it this time because that's just to keep knocked down up there. Because I didn't have the old mower with me, and I'd had to pull a lot of these pines because the pine beetles got in there and killed them all. So there's a whole bunch of sticks and rough ground back in there where I don't want to run my daily mower because I got to go do that one on, and you know that one with the St. Augustine now, and my mower is already compromised from the first 7 yards it did, because that one that was half-acre had a bunch of sticks and everything down. Actually, I think I better blow this off before I go over to the St. Augustine lawn. All right, I'm gonna get back to it because now I'm all behind, and it just goes to show the route density, how important it is, because I'm sure there's plenty of properties to mow that are real close to my house, and this driving, it kills me on time. All right, have a good one. Thing on this one is it has to be invoiced, and the time I got to spend taking and finding the photos, doing the email draft to notify them that it's been mowed again, and then creating the invoice on a template, changing all the dates and correcting it. I can easily do like 2 more yards in the time it takes to invoice this out. So you gotta watch every little thing like that adds up, where you don't have any flow. You can't just get through the lawn. Just finishing this one up. Takes a little longer, but they pay a little more too. It's a lot of detail work, and the hill actually, I need to remember in the future. I know in Tennessee and everything, people have hills all the time, but here we don't. And I think it adds a lot more wear and tear to the mower hydraulic system going up and down steep banks. So I gotta remember in the future to price them a little higher. Plus, walking, it wears you out more going up and down. So I'm heading on to number 8, I guess it is. It's like 9 something. So I wouldn't even be needing to push all these yards, but I got that tree thing hanging over me on that tree job I shouldn't have accepted. But I didn't make it back over there yesterday because it was storming, and I got to get over there today and get them down and take care of it. Clamped it with the jaws, and then I cut it, and now I'm lowering it down out of the power lines. So that was the only way I could figure out how to do it. To do it safely anyways. It's a pain in the rear. buy one of these dump trailers with this barn door like this, a single door. The first time I let it down, and granted, I had to move the truck back and forth about 10 times to find the gap where this door would clear. Because the son of a bitch has to be clear out here, pinned out. If you leave it dangling, it will get ruined when you dump. So the first time I go to let it down, it's just barely touching this tree. So I had to get in the truck and move it one more time. Well, now I backed up so it's not jammed on the tree, but you can't close it because of the damn brush. So you got to get in the truck and move the truck again. And you're shifting the truck just like a few feet each time. It's ridiculous. All right, I gotta go.